Egyptian gold body tatted like a Mayan. And I can't say I'm gonna succeed, but I'm trying. I had a couple close friends and I done lost a few. They either dead or in jail cause I cut off a few. They say the devil got no feelings, but I feel him. Cause with the Lord would show forgiveness, I would kill him.
Hey dear family, welcome back to your niggas channel. If you're new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe after you watch your next video. And if you're not new, welcome back to yours. As y'all can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about why you should not commit suicide, okay? I think this is the perfect time to hold my crystal. Disclaimer, I want to let y'all know this is not going to be like a regular video that some of y'all probably been looking for on YouTube and was like, they all saying the same thing. I'm going to be a different one, and simply because I'm spiritual. I believe in the truth. I know the real creator, and I'm in tune with my soul, and that's where we're going to start, okay? If you feel like, and I'm just actually not even going to be looking in the camera because I'm going to be channeling energy, channeling for my ancestors, and just going off the top of my head. But if you feel like you're like a black sheep, you know, you feel different, you are, okay? I'm gonna put it like that. You are. And stop giving a fuck. Stop giving a fuck about what other people think, and just do whatever you want to do. Do how you do things that your heart tells you. Listen to your heart. Stop listening to your brain. Your heart is your soul. Your heart is the higher voice in your head, your higher self. And when you keep living off of what other people say or think, you start living in their reality. You start living in their world, and you stop forgetting that this is your world and they're living in yours. So when you start listening to what they say or their opinion, you're not you anymore. Okay? You're disconnected from your soul. And I want to let y'all know also, it's not your fault for wanting to commit suicide. Okay? If you feel depressed. Because if this world was perfect and we lived off the love of vibration, you wouldn't have that thought to even want to do something like that. And I do want to let you know it's going to get easier, but you have to put in that effort. An effort into being more connected with who you are. We all have a journey, but we have to walk it with a purpose. Yes, y'all know that's my saying. But let me break that down for y'all. We all are in our head. Imagine this world being our brain. And we came back into our brain to fix it. So each one of us individually have a purpose. And if you give up, you don't succeed. You don't accomplish your purpose. So every time you give up, or every time you want to end your life and leave this reality or this realm, you think you don't come back to try again? So that's me saying you give up. When you commit suicide, you give up. You're not surrendering, because surrendering is experiencing it, giving it to the universe, and just going with the flow. But you give up and don't want to go with the flow. You get tired of it, and then you end your life. Now let me say this: energy never dies. Okay, it's transferred. So I know some of y'all, you probably haven't heard that saying before, but it's true. I think it's a scientifically proven fact. So if you don't prepare, because we live life to prepare for death. It's not backwards. Like, what I'm trying to say is, death is where life really begins. This right here, life, this is death. You think it's real because we got all five senses, but we playing a game. We playing a game. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is, if you feel depressed, sit back and think about, maybe is it because of what you eating? And I know that might sound like ironic, but seriously, energy never dies, it's transferred. So the same way these animals get killed and slaughtered, that stuff is being transferred into you. So you might be already depressed, and after you eat like a burger or some meat, you feel that 10 times harder because it just heightened your feelings in a negative manner because you just ate some negative food. So imagine you been eating an ASHLYN diet, meditating, reading books, journaling, doing high vibrational things. Do you think you would have changed your frequency just a little bit? Imagine waking up doing some yoga. It takes that away because you're not working in a third dimensional realm. You're not being third dimensional. And what I mean by third dimensional, you're not being physical. You're not waking up to being on your phone. And sit back and think, if you deleted social media, do you think you would have anxiety or be depressed as much as you are? No, it's this world that was created. You know, we've automatically, since we came into this world, we've been programmed. And that's why I say it's not your fault. But you do have to take accountability for your actions, because you never decide to unprogram yourself. You never decide to live in your reality and realize that you are the main character. Why do you think you're conscious? Why do you think, you have friends and you're not like, you don't ever look at life like, I'm her friend, but she's my friend? Because you're conscious. You have your purpose. That's you being aware in your own body. But imagine being conscious for as long as possible and living life like that, and realizing what you eat is not good. The things that they showed us that we should eat is not good. The GMO foods. We live in a artificial reality. And we did nothing to change it. We did nothing to get it back natural or as organic as possible. So, me saying just working in a higher vibrational dimension or a high vibrational mentality, you could change a lot of how you feel, because everything is energy. But where are you getting these energies from? Where are you absorbing these energies from? The food? Yes, that's why they say you are what you eat. These animals want to kill themselves before they let somebody else kill them. They know where they feel the energy. They feel that energy when they're going to get slaughtered in these slaughterhouses. They feel that energy. I'm sorry to talk about that, but I'm just being logic. Like, where do you get these energies from? Because you weren't born depressed. You weren't born with anxiety. These were things that were taught, that we learned while being here. How do you release that emotion? How do you release these emotions? And how do you learn to replace these emotions? Replace the negative with something positive. If you don't want to, like, what I'm trying to, let me just say this. You have to know who you are. Like I said, with the purpose. If you knew if you knew that you had a soul and that you had a purpose, do you think you would try to end it? And when I say we're a God, you're a God. What I mean by that, yes, there's a God of creation. There's a goddess of love. There's a God of intelligence. There's a goddess of balance. There's a God of protection. There's a goddess of war. We all have our own purpose, but what is yours? You're a God too. Are you a God of healing? We have to experience it. At one point in time, each of these gods, we were on the other side of that. What I mean by that, like the goddess of love, heartbroken. But you have to be broken all the way down in order to know that you need to be built up. You see what I'm saying? If you were just complete, do you think that you will have anything else to complete? No. We go through things in order to learn from it. Stop looking at life like you was a mistake in this world. Everything else that got you to that point, it wasn't a mistake. It was meant for a reason, for you to learn from it. Embrace it. Embrace these situations. They're teaching us something. And if you just give up in the middle of this experience, you're just going through the darkness. You're not even at the end of it. You're only halfway there. So embrace the darkness. Because guess what? You're the light to the dark. If everything was already shining in light, what would you think you are? You wouldn't think you have a purpose because everything's complete. But nothing is complete because you're the one that makes it complete. You're that missing piece. You have to know who you are. You have to get back in tune with your soul. Realize that you have a soul. Your energy. So if you give up right now and end your life, you do have the option of coming or not coming back. But it's people out here. You think you're the only person? You think you're the only person who's depressed and sad and want to commit suicide? No, it's other people like this. It's other people like that. And if you get up here and have a voice and put your purpose to good use, people start looking up to you. People start realizing they're not alone. They have somebody that's influencing them to keep going and go harder. And go harder. Don't give up. Find out what your purpose is and live by it. Do you think God put you here? And what I mean by God, you. Do you think you put yourself through these things for no reason? Yes, because we created our own reality. Energy never dies. So if you're going through something, embrace it. What can you learn from it? Stop looking at it like your cup is half empty and start looking at it like it's half full. You're learning something from it. Don't look at life like it's just happening and I don't like what I'm going through. Embrace what you're going through. Learn from it and grow with it. Change the vibration. You have a purpose. You have a meaning. People see you. I see you. Why do you think I'm making this video? If you want to learn, start by this. Change your vibration. How can you change your vibration? Change what you eat. Change your diet. Fruits and vegetables. And go outside and get some sun. Because without the sun, nothing organic would have grown. Without the sun. Go and get some sun. Cut off the middleman, the fruits and vegetables, and go straight to the source, the sun. Then what can you do? You can start listening to high vibrational music. Stop listening to that sad, depressed music or people who want to commit suicide or people who already committed suicide, and you listening to that music because that's only going to influence you to want to commit suicide because they're telling their story. And then they still did it. They didn't tell you how they were succeeding. They didn't tell you how they got through it and came out the other end. Listen to some Jhené Aiko. Listen to some Bob Marley. Listen to some Young Pharaoh. Or make your own music. Listen to some jazz. You don't have to listen to words. You can listen to the vibration. Get in the vibe, the energy. You could go paint. Okay, you can draw. You could journal. Stop journaling to God if you're religious. And if you're watching this video and you're like, what do you mean? Like, I'm religious. You think Jesus or this God in the sky will put you through what you're going through for no reason? Or put you through this stuff and you're asking for help and you wonder why you're not getting no help? Because these people, those characters don't exist. You do. You're the only person that can answer what you're going through. You're the only person that's living it. Start journaling to your higher self, your future self. Why am I going through this? And don't be surprised if you find out why. Because now you're being realistic. Now you have somebody to look up to and answer to. You. This is your movie. This is your reality. You're the creator of your reality. What can you do to change the vibration of being sad and depressed and lonely? Because you're not alone. It's people out here that's just like you. Just change your ways. Okay, and another thing, take a break from your phone. Imagine how far you can get. Put your phone down. Shoot, turn your phone off. Break your phone. I don't care. Do whatever you gotta do to get away from your phone. And imagine what things you can accomplish. Start reading books, spiritual books, stuff that have a meaning to it. Everything that has a meaning to it. Start gravitating towards those things. Paint that has a meaning because it's your thoughts on a canvas. Reading, gravitate towards that. It's something you can learn from. And imagine how the knowledge you get when you're done. Listen to music. Imagine how you feel when you're done listening to it. Go out in the sun. Imagine what you get and learn from that. The sun is conscious. It's ample amount of things you can do. Journal to your higher self. Journal to your future self. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for bringing this video to me. Okay, it's not a coincidence that you came across this video. I'm just here to help you because I was at my lowest. And I feel like nobody was there for me. But look where I'm at now. Look where I'm at now. I don't know where I'm at, but I know where I'm at. I made it through the darkness. Okay? I was digging this hole for myself, but I learned to put the dirt back on top. Okay? I learned to grow from my mistakes. Grow and see the light through at the darkness. I learned to be the flashlight. I learned to be the moon. I learned to be the star. I learned to be the sun when it's dark. I learned to brighten out my own day, my own reality. Nobody else needed to brighten up for me. And you're capable of the same thing. Just change your vibration. Like, do you think if you was to die right now, you're not gonna feel the same way? Like I said, energy never dies, it's transferred. So your body dies, but your soul doesn't. Or if you was to die and used to, you know, because it's this goddess named Emmett, where she devours your soul. Your soul would die, but that energy is going to somebody else. So every time you give up, it's not over. It's not over. It's just beginning. Once you learn to accept it, that's you surrendering. That's you accepting that what you're going through, that's you accepting that you're going through something. That's you embracing that you're going through something. But you gonna sit up here and give up? You gonna sit up here and give up? No. That's the time to start going harder. Find out what your purpose is. We live in this fucked up ass world, and we steady living off other people's opinions and voices, and you haven't had the audacity to sit back and think that this is your world. You're the black sheep for a reason. Show them that you're a black sheep and you got a purpose. Show them that you're a black sheep that every single one of these white sheep's gonna look up to. Okay? And I just want to let y'all know, you will get through it if you put that effort in. Don't give up. It's just beginning. And end the best way you can. End the best way you can. I'll show them that you wasn't strong enough. You was built for this. You was built for this part. Okay? Research, seek for the truth. Look up Egyptian mythology. I'm going to tell you, you can start right there. Okay? Get your chakras aligned. If you don't know what a chakra is, look it up. Look it up. I just made a video about your root chakra. Because if you kill yourself, that's you working in your root chakra. And that's something you're going to regret. You're going to regret killing yourself. Because you could have made it through the other end. And then guess what? You're going to be back here. You don't be surprised if it's worse than the last time you was here. Because you have to go through it. Thug it out. Thug it out. You know what I'm saying? Realize who you are. You are a god. You are a goddess. You You have a purpose. And nobody else gonna tell you that. Because they don't want to see you be strong enough to beat it. Beat your demons. Don't let them beat you. And once you beat them, guess who winning? Guess who voice louder? Exactly. So grind, put the effort in, and be successful and know who you are. Lift your head up and walk like that. And walk like that. Be that. Don't let nothing get in your way. And if it do, stand up taller. And show them that you ain't come to play. Okay? You got this. I believe in you. If nobody else tell you that. I believe in you. You can sit up here. You can email me. We can communicate. I want to let you know you're not alone. You're not alone. It's not a coincidence that you came through this. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for a reason, especially the situation you're going through. It's happening for a reason. Detect why. Why are you going through it? It's a meaning behind everything. But you are the reason. You're why you're going through it. Your soul. Not this body, because we're not this body. We're the soul within it. That's why we go through these experiences. Imagine closing your eyes and still going through the same stuff. Half of the stuff wouldn't even exist. It's about the energy. You matter. You have a purpose. You're strong enough and you can get through it, and you will get through it. Okay, email me if you want to connect with me a little bit more. We could probably get on FaceTime, whatever. I'm here for you. I'm supporting you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. But don't kill yourself, because you're going to be back. And you're gonna wish you never did. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. Hope this video helps somebody out. I want y'all to know you strong. You will get through it. Put your all into whatever you're going through. Don't give up. Keep going harder. Okay? No, if nobody else in your family or anybody around you that you know is rooting for you, nobody doing it with me. And guess what? I'm still making videos, because it's not the people that you see that matter. It's the people that you don't see. It's the soul. It's the soul. And it's more souls than you know. I love y'all. Keep going. You have a purpose. I believe in you. Bye to your family.
They say the world around us is not real.
When I'm gone, who gets your love?
It still affects us though, right?